Hi, I'm a Deakin student, and I'm here to talk to you about project-oriented, design-based learning. But what project-oriented? Okay, well, apart from the original and catchy name, Pobble. Seriously, congrats, guys. What project-oriented, design-based learning is? Well, the majority of Deakin subjects teach you a method known as problem-based learning, where the lecturer will make up a problem and get the students to solve it, usually by stuff they teach in the lectures. An example of this is a subject I'm studying called Programming for Engineers. And it's the major part of the learning comes not from regurgitating information from lectures, but from stuff you learn while attempting to solve the problems they set for assignments. Deakin, however, are taking this concept a step further. Instead of simply making up problems and getting students to solve them, they're getting problems that actually exist in industry that real professionals can't solve, and giving them to students. Now, that sounds like a smart idea, doesn't it? Well, actually kind of is. When you look at the major criticisms people have of university graduates, it's not that they don't know their science. It's that they don't know how to apply it. And engineering is basically the application of science. It's the description of our profession. That's right, I did pay attention in SBE 101. Other major criticisms are students are not used to working in teams. They're used to using mainly analytical rather than creative thought processes. And they generally just don't have the practical experience. A perfect example of this is Engineering Without Borders challenge we had to study in SBE 101. Our challenge was to design a flue system for an impoverished African family to replace their current method of cooking on an open fire, which was filling their hut with smoke. While there was nothing technically wrong with the oven we designed, we neglected the practical consideration of where they put it, and that the fact that we needed to design and install a flue system in order to solve the original problem of a hut filling with smoke. When this was suggested, the team dynamics simply broke down. Some members who were in charge of the technical drawings didn't want to change what they'd already done. What the experience showed me was, despite our sound technical knowledge, we were far from competent engineers. What we need is practical experience and to develop our ability to work as a team. We've also got to consider the opportunities this affords. We've got the facilities. If you haven't had a look at the cadet building, you should. It's got everything. 3D printing, a virtual reality lab. Apart from actually having a tank of sharks with laser beams on their heads, it's got everything a budding engineer could want. And of course we've got to consider the people the course is actually supposed to benefit. The students. When you think about it, would you rather create or read about the people doing the creating? Some of the greatest discoveries in engineering have been made by students. Bill Gates, for example, who revolutionised the world with his creation of Windows and subsequent founding of Microsoft, left uni before completing a bachelor's degree because he wanted to be a designer. The thing that uni is supposed to be teaching us. Now imagine if we can work on design projects in uni as part of the curriculum, how many Bill Gateses we might generate. How many problems, major problems that cannot be solved by conventional means, could be worked on by enthusiastic people who would otherwise be sitting around, bored out of their minds, learning stuff that, let's face it, could really be done on a calculator. We're not training calculators, we've got accountants for that. The staff wouldn't be left behind either. Instead of being school teachers with homework and deadlines, they'd be mentors, working alongside the students, providing knowledge where needed, practical and theoretical as well. They may even create projects themselves. Like the students, they'd be continuously learning instead of stagnating, teaching the same lectures year after year. They'd be getting back in touch with why they originally got into the field and passing that knowledge and enthusiasm onto their charges. When you think about it, the sort of stuff we expect our engineers to do. Solve the energy crisis. Design our majestic cityscapes. Usher in a shiny era of robotics. Preferably without them rising up and taking us over. That sort of stuff, that can't be taught. But what we can do is provide an environment in which students can teach themselves. And that's what this program provides. And that's why I support it. Oh, by the way, you might be wondering, why the tux? Oh, it's awesome.